YouTube? It's your girl, Black Sue Storm, and oh, wait a minute, give me a second. Oh, sorry about that. Apparently, I have my invisible shield up. Anywho, let's get into this episode of RuPaul's Drag Race All-Stars 2, Episode 2, The Snatch Game. So, first, let's talk about, I'm going to need some of y'all on social media. Y'all just be doing the most. I can't look up no information about RuPaul's Drag Race because y'all bitches Smooth already said that the door was going to walk out on episode 2 and didn't that bitch leave? But what I do have to say about that is if that was making you feel not yourself, if that was making you feel like you had to compromise on what you felt like your brand is, and you already successful, girl, and you already doing this, and you felt like that was putting you in an uncomfortable position, bitch, I ain't mad at you. I don't look at you as a quitter. Something that you have to know just as a normal human being, let alone an entertainer, you got to stay away from some shit, even more so as a person. If some shit is making you feel negative and making you not feel yourself, it is best to walk away from that shit. So, Adore, do you, boo. I ain't even mad. And, I guess I can say I called the last episode because I nicely said I didn't think Adore was going to make it too far. I didn't think she was going to walk out. I was hoping that little information that I got watching some other reviews was not going to be the truth so that the tea wasn't all spilt all over the place, but apparently it was. Moving on from that, though. So, there was no mini challenge this week. We just had Snatch Game. Snatch Game, runway, that's it. And really, when it's Snatch Game, you don't need nothing else. So, let's go over who was playing who. So, Ginger was doing Tammy Faye Baker. Alaska was doing Mae West. Katya was doing Bjork. Fifi was doing the Long Island Medium. Alyssa was doing Joan Crawford. Detox was doing Nancy Grace. Tatiana was doing Ariana Grande. And Roxy Andrews was doing Alaska. Now, Roxy Andrews was going to initially do Sofia Vergara, which I know RuPaul didn't catch it at first, but I'm going to say I think she'd have fared a little bit better if she'd have did Sofia Vergara. Fifi, you shady, shiesty ass cunt. I'm so different this season, no, boo. No, you was not being sincere about that because, first of all, let me just let you know, what's my bitch name? Alyssa did that, Joan Crawford. You understand what I'm saying? She did that. She might not have sounded just like her, but she was funny. She was using key phrases from Mommy Dearest that everybody knew. She turned the party. And as for Roxy, I didn't think her Sofia Vergara was bad. The couple of sentences I heard her say, once she said who she was, I was like, all right, she gonna be able to get that off. As long as she quick with the jokes and she funny, she gonna be fine. And we already know she quick because she did very well on her season on Snatch Game doing Tamar Braxton. I think she would have been fine. I think she let Fifi get in her head. She ain't throw her under the bus. No pun intended. On the main stage. But you see that shady ass editing and they show Fifi's face. But anyway, let's talk about, first of all, the guest was Jujubee and Raven. So I was living for that. I gotta tell you what. I can say I agree with the top two. I could say that. But truth, I think the top two was Alaska and Alyssa. For real, for real. I think the top two was Alaska and Alyssa. Because Alyssa was giving me life with her motherfucking Joan Crawford. Especially when she did that little line, this isn't my first time at the Snatch Game. Now, that could be read two different ways. That could be Alyssa herself, because we know her Katy Perry was garbage. Or was it the fact that this was the second time somebody did Joan Crawford? Well, actually, it's the third. No, I'm sorry. Chad did Betty Davis. I'm sorry. This is the second time for Joan Crawford. And I want to talk about that real quick, too. About these repeats. So, people we have already seen on the Snatch Game that have been done before. Tammy Faye Baker. I'm pretty sure I've seen the Long Island Medium. Joan Crawford. Nancy Grace. Like, I just, in the cases of Nancy Grace and, well, really all of them, you could say they were done better this time, but still, like, don't you want to do somebody that nobody has never seen on Snatch Game before? I would, but I'm very glad nobody did a fucking man. Like, it was cute when they did Little Richard, because Little Richard is basically a goddamn queen. Michael Jackson was pushing it. No more men for Snatch Game. I said that on my review last, for the season, 7, 8? Whatever, the last season that Bob won. No more men on Snatch Game, so I was happy about that. Now the bottom three. The bottom three were Roxy, Tatiana, and Detox. Roxy definitely deserved to be in the bottom. That, her Alaska, she was missing jokes. And that's, you got to be fucking hilarious to do somebody that's right there on the fucking show. As Sharon Needles proved when she did Michelle Visage, but she did that. You know what I'm saying? Katya's Bajork was good. It was. I didn't see too much of Ginger's Tammy Faye for her to be safe. And I think that it was a disservice that Alyssa was just safe. Because, like I said, her Joan Crawford was wearing me out the house down boots. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, she was fucking hilarious. And I'm glad she got her redemption. Tatiana's Ariana Grande. She wasn't funny, but the voice and the physicality was all there. And if anybody noticed, if you was clocking the motherfucking spook like I was clocking the motherfucking spook, that bitch did the whole thing like this. So she could look short. The whole time, like, Tatiana was like on her knees the whole time so she could look short like Ariana Grande, and I was living for that. I don't know if I think that she should have been in the bottom, and spoiler alert if you ain't already watched it, I don't know if she should have been the one that went home either. Sorry about it, but I'm gonna tell you this too. I said it last episode. I'm gonna say it again. I think if the door wouldn't have walked out, the door probably would have been the one gone anyway. It's just my feelings. Okay. Alaska's Mae West was on point too. I do believe Alaska should have been in the top 2 because, like, her Mae West was motherfucking everything. And I have a special place in my heart for Mae West anyway, for a couple different reasons. First of all, she was a big girl. And she was like running these men on, on film. And then also, my fraternal grandmother's name, her government name was Fannie Mae West. So her first name was Fannie, her middle name was Mae, her last name was West, and then of course she married my grandfather and her married name was Dobbs. So I was just like, my grandma's name is Mae West. So, like, I have a very special place in my heart for Mae West. I'm very glad that Alaska did it. Once she said she was going to do it, I have no questions because Alaska is just really good. I knew she was going to be good on Snatch Game because she quit. Because Snatch Game is all about being quick. So Alaska won that. Fifi's Long Island Medium. Her little gags and jokes where she would be like pretending like the spirits was given to him, but she would be writing it down right then, or like she had somebody hand her the card for her to think. She had some really cute, funny moments. But if we was gonna have her, like she was in the top 3, because she wasn't even just safe, like she was in the top 3 over Alyssa, no. She was safe, but she wasn't in the top, no. Not over Alyssa, no way. Detox is Nancy Grace. I liked Detox as Nancy Grace. I thought she played it well. I thought she played it smart. I like what she said. I forgot what it was, but that had laid me out, y'all. She had said something about the line. And it was something she was like, but we will have the test results right after this message. Like, that had laid me out. I was like, that's what it takes to win Snatch Game. But I knew Detox wasn't going to win Snatch Game. But she redeemed herself pretty good, too, because that was a much better showing than her Kesha. I don't know. The only person I would definitely say I knew was going to be in the bottom was Roxy. Tatiana's Ariana Grande. Like I said, the physicality was there, but the jokes weren't. Who else was in the bottom? Yeah, I don't think Detox and Nancy Grace should put her in the bottom, though. I don't know. Like I said, like, this is All Stars and shit's going to start getting rough. In my opinion, might change right after I make this video and watch the episode again, because I'm doing this immediately after watching the episode. So, but let's get into this runway. So the runway was the latex extravaganza. Before I get into those looks, can I just say I was completely living for RuPaul's Gym and the Holograms realness? Honey, I love when Ru don't wear blonde wigs. Like, I love when she give us a little something new. And I was living for that pink on pink on pink on pink. Just like I said on the VMAs, like, my name is Jimmy Pink for a reason. Like, and I was just like, yes, Mama Ru. Give me all of that Pepto-Bismol realness. Give me all of that rose quartz, pink diamond, fucking adventure time. Princess bubblegum realness. Give me all of the pink. All of it. I was living for it. I was loving it. But let's talk about this latex runway, which first of all, I want to tell you right now, I don't really ever want to see again. Because I thought this was All Stars. It was going to be some real creativity on that stage. And a couple people were. And the rest of them had on rubber dresses. Okay. So I wrote them down in the same order. Not that they came out, but the same order that I wrote down the Snatch Game. Because I just already wrote the names down so I can take the notes easier. So I did really love what Ginger looked like tonight. She had on a silver latex dress. I mean, it could have been a gown of any fabric, but it fit her well. The color was well. The platinum blonde wig worked with it well. So she looked lovely. Like I said, she got a little weight loss. She lost 30 pounds, and she started to do a lot more cinching, and it looked really good. It fit properly. The coloring was beautiful. It just didn't really read latex, but that's fine. They gave Roxy Andrews shit about the candy challenge that one year because it was like her dress didn't even look like candy. So, it was. So, I'm not really reading her for not reading latex, if you get my gist. But she looks lovely. Alaska, what blew my mind about Alaska, I was like, this bitch got on a straight bob? No rat's nest, just a straight bob? Like, my hair is bigger than Alaska's right now? But I was living for her hair and her makeup. Again, the dress. I will get to it. Like, I only really had a couple, like, it was only a couple people that was, like, jaw-dropping in their latex because it's latex. Everybody really kind of looked the same, if you ask me. But, it's styling. It's your wig choice, your makeup choice, your jewelry choice. That really made it because, to me, outside of two people, y'all all look basically the same. The only reason why Ginger looked different is because she used silver latex instead of black. That was it. Katya, bitch. That motherfucking Esther Williams bathing beauty fantasy that she was giving, girl, I live for Katya. You know what that reminded me of? It actually reminded me of Manila. And the reason why I say that is Manila would always take the challenge and it would be themed couture. And don't get me wrong, because Katya does do it too. But, like, I wasn't expecting that. It did read as latex. It did read Esther Williams. It did read all of that. She had the synchronized swimmer nose plug. Like, she did that. The makeup was on point. Katya was my second favorite look on the runway tonight. Fifi. I had to take a drink for that. This bitch had on a bodysuit and some goddamn rubber duckies around her neck. Now, bitch. Bitch, where is that ever a motherfucking runway look? You had on a bathing suit and some ducks. I'm going to tell you, the only way I would have been living for them ducks, if it was some kind of challenge that had to do with water, or if your bodysuit would have been duct tape. Now, if your bodysuit would have been duct tape, and you'd have had on the duck jewelry, I'd have been like, bitch, work. But that wasn't a challenge. Your bodysuit was not duct tape. It was fucking latex. So I don't get it. And then, like, it was like a silvery color, like a gunmetal gray, these big yellow rubber ducky fucking jewelry, and then, like, this teal hair that the wig wasn't sitting quite right. The makeup was contoured a little bit too harsh. Like, I was not feeling Fifi's runway at all. Alyssa, I will say this. I feel like that big bright yellow afro wig was out of the box for Alyssa, but nothing really else. Like I said, it's a latex challenge. Like, you'd look just like everybody else if that dress would have been black. It wasn't nothing special. It wasn't no fly cut to it. It was a basic tank dress with some hot pink lips on it. Your lips on your face matched the lips on the dress, and I was appreciating that. I think what I really didn't care for was the black accents. Again, I said this last video, I have a little bit of trouble with Alyssa's taste level. For your boots to be black and your tearaway to be black and you to have on a black fascinator, I'm like, but your dress was yellow and pink, honey. This is drag. This ain't real girl shit. You get you them boots in pink. You get that motherfucking tearaway in pink. You get that motherfucking fascinator in pink. That black was fucking tired. But as always, Alyssa's painted beautiful, and I did like the wig and the fascinator. Detox gave me life, death, reincarnation, the house down, boots, sandals, Katya brand, gummy platforms in every color. Okay, she gave it all to me. Detox was fucking sickening on the runway tonight. She did that. She did all of that, and I was fucking living for Detox. Do you understand what I'm saying? Tati looked sexy, but that's what Tati does. Tati always looks sexy, but again, nothing special. You look like, you know, the Matrix. Black vinyl, bondage dress, black wig, black lipstick. Like, which is what you think of when you say vinyl, but you look like everybody else. Like I said, like, the only people that really took it there and really went outside the box with it were Detox and Katya. Roxy and Ginger had on almost the same dress for all intents and purposes. I mean, I understand one's was sleeveless and cut out and one's was fully latex and full body, but essentially they had on the same dress with the mermaid shape. I wanted, because I'm so used to Roxy being so impeccable, And she still was. I wanted her jewelry to not be black. Because when I was first watching until they actually was like doing her critique on the runway and gave her a good once over. Because when initially I had wrote down, okay, good fit, but where's the jewelry? Was initially my note. Because I couldn't see it. Until they did. Then I seen like she had on the black jewels and the big black earrings. But you had on so much black. And because it's vinyl, it was shiny. And then black rhinestones are just that. They're just black and shiny. There's no iridescent. There's no light that really dances off of black rhinestones. So it just all looked like this just shiny, hard black. So I would have liked to maybe seen just a clear rhinestone or Aurora Borealis. Woo! Let's try that one again. Or Aurora Borealis type jewelry, or just something else that the jewelry popped a little bit more. But other than that, Roxy is always impeccable. So that was the runway. So, again, we already discussed this, but Alaska and Katya were the top two. The bottom three were Tatiana, Roxy, and Detox. And I didn't even think about this till Tatiana said this. She was like, so Alaska win and I'm in the bottom with the other two members of Alaska Talks. Yeah, okay. And I was just like, bitch, I called that last week too. Like, yeah, it ain't no motherfucking favoritism. Bullshit, because I'm going to just keep it 100 with you. And it's my bitch. It's my bitch. Y'all know this is my bitch. I said it on the last episode. That's my bitch. I said it on season 5. That's my bitch. Roxy Andrews should have went home. Her Snatch Game was fucking horrible. She deserved to be in the bottom. Out of everybody that I went through, she was the only one that I was like, she was definitely going to be in the bottom. And though her runway was nice, it wasn't nothing spectacular. No favoritism, my ass. Roxy should have been in the fucking... Roxy should... If we was going by the actual challenge and everything, Roxy should have went home. Sorry about it. But that's my bitch, and I'm glad she didn't go home. That's my bitch, I'm glad she didn't go home. But she was the worst this week. She was the worst this week. And Honey and Tati already got that in her mind that was some Alaska Talks bullshit. So when they had did the little thing again at the end, like, Tatiana, don't give up just yet. You got a chance to come back for your revenge. That bitch is coming back for Alaska Talks. You mark my motherfucking words, because she feels like that's why she got booted. She looked around and was like, bro, Alaska Talks, oh shit, I'm getting eliminated, ain't I? Fuck. Like, that's what she did. And she essentially was right. Well, I guess we'll see next week if it was a general consensus, because I would like to see who Katya thought was going to go home. But we see how fickle All Stars is, bitches. First of all, if this would have been the regular season and the door would have quit, wouldn't nobody have got eliminated tonight. So we already know they're not on that motherfucking tea. And then, on top of that, the, motherfucker, the two in the top was two of the ones in the bottom this week. The two bit Roxy and Tatiana was the top. Ooh, look at the fat. Look at that. Look at that. Go big girl. The top two from last week were in the bottom three this week. They ain't fucking around on All Stars. It don't motherfucking matter. So I ain't even mad at the door for skating, because, like, why put yourself through that if you don't feel like that's helping you? She flat out told Michelle, like, I don't feel like, yeah, you was giving me critiques, but I don't feel like you was being helpful with it. I don't feel like it was constructive. And I said that on my last video. I didn't either. Like, you can't, that's a door. Quit trying to make her something else, because you see something else in her. She's doing what she want to do, and she's speaking to who she want to speak to. But I digress. So anyway, that's the tea. Let me know what you thought. Let me know if you agree with what I thought. Let me know if I missed anything. Let me know if you don't agree. outside of that, I mean, I guess I probably should tell y'all that don't look forward to me being in full geesh or full cosplay for the next 3 weeks, because I'll be at the gig when RuPaul's Drag Race comes on. So, take it all in, darling. Touch this. Touch all of this skin. Gotta go. Deuces.